I'm with Susan Stewart, founder of Decisions in Care, one of the leading court-appointed guardians in Albuquerque. Susan is going to help me understand the differences and importance of a guardian or conservator. So Susan, what is a guardian or conservator and when are they needed?
A guardian is an individual who's been appointed through the district court to make decisions about a person's medical care, where they live, and what kind of care that they get. This can include decisions about the type and amount of care that they receive. And a guardian can be appointed through the court as an individual or as a corporation. A conservator is an individual or a corporation that's appointed through the district court to make decisions about a person's assets. They will be responsible to manage a person's financial assets and to make decisions related to their future care needs and ensuring that the assets are protected to provide for their needed care. Sometimes a conservator is required to come into difficult situations. In some situations, the environment may be unsanitary and unsafe. If it's a situation where a person has not been able to take care of themselves, and difficult decisions need to be made. And the property needs to be maintained. The conservator is responsible for making sure that the property is properly insured and secured to take care of that particular individual.
When is it necessary to obtain guardianship or conservatorship?
This can be challenging to determine, but generally it occurs in situations where the individual has lost capacity, where they're no longer able to make decisions for themselves, and where there is no power of attorney that has been drafted. I was recently involved in one situation where the individual had hired a caregiver on his own, and he had transferred his money over to the caregiver, given a vehicle to the caregiver, and so as a result, conservatorship was required to protect this man's assets and to ensure that he did receive proper care through obtaining a guardian. And in some situations, even when a power of attorney exists, if a person is not allowing their power of attorney or their surrogate decision maker to make decisions on their behalf, this can require for the court to become involved, for a guardianship or conservatorship petition to be initiated. I have been involved in a number of situations where individuals have gotten caught up in sweepstakes or been called over the phone to give away hundreds of thousands of dollars. And it's often necessary in order to protect them when they don't realize what they're doing.
What is the process for obtaining a guardian and or a conservator in New Mexico?
Generally, there needs to be a petitioning party who hires an attorney who is considered the petitioning attorney. That attorney will have other individuals appointed, a guardian ad litem who is an attorney that is appointed to represent the alleged incapacitated person. There is a court-appointed visitor, and that is generally a care manager, a social worker, to evaluate what that person is able to do and what they need assistance with, and to give a recommendation to the court as far as if a guardian is needed, and if so, who's most appropriate to serve. There's also a qualified healthcare professional, and that is generally a physician. It can be a neuropsychologist if more intensive testing could be beneficial. It can also be a psychiatrist or a nurse practitioner.
How is a guardian or conservator obtained, and what is the cost?
A guardian or conservator are appointed through a court proceeding. Generally, the cost starts at approximately $5,000. But it can go much higher if it is contested. If there are family members or others that are opposed to who is being proposed to be appointed, I've seen it run over $100,000.
Are there resources available regarding guardianship?
Yes, there are. The national resource is the National Guardianship Association. Here in New Mexico, there is the New Mexico Guardianship Association. And there is a guardianship video that is very helpful for individuals who are appointed as guardian or who are considering being appointed as guardian to view. And that can be found through the New Mexico Developmental Disabilities Planning Council at nmddpc.com.